Welcome back to LWG. We got another fun battle report for you here today. Today we're actually going to be gaming away from the club or my own home, and we're going to be at the Adventurers Guild in Harrisburg. They have graciously allowed us to play there for today. Me and my buddy John here are taking the day off and doing some wargaming. We've got the Sylvaneth with the new battle tome versus Mortals of Khorne from the Blades of Khorne, and it's a classic matchup. We've been playing for years, and we always have a good time. So it's axes and fire versus trees. I know that sounds a little lopsided, but it's versus magic tree, but frozen magic trees at the Winterleaf today. So as you can see, it's a little fire and ice. So yeah, I got to get that in there. But yeah, we're going to have a good time. So the mission for today, we have it laid out already. It's going to be Star Strike from the new General's Handbook 2019. So it's divided up. You have 12 inches on your side of the board. So on this side and that side, along the entire board. And starting from the second battle round, there's actually no objectives on the board until the second battle round. At the beginning of the second battle round, before we roll to see who goes first, you have to roll for these magical comets of loot come flying down from the skies, or what have you. In this particular mission, they're going to be already encapsulated in treasure chests falling from the skies.
Very convenient for handling.
Yes, so we can just run up and grab them. So they're going to be falling down. There's one that's going to come on the middle line, start of the second battle round, and it's random. You roll 2d6, and it could be anywhere along this point. We refer to the chart. And then in the third battle round, two more objectives are going to rain down, one on this side of the board and one on this side of the board, right in the middle of our deployment zones, again using the 2d6 deployment method for those. So I haven't played this one yet, but I really enjoyed the old one because you never really know where the objectives are going to go. So deployment is interesting in this one. Deciding where you're going to fight is very important in this mission. Now with the changes to the mission, there's the averages is they're going to land closer to the middle. Because on 2d6 the average roll is a 7, but you never know. You never know what you're going to roll. So, but yeah, it's probably wise to stay closer to the middle in this mission. So we'll see what happens. All right, and here we are. I've been waiting for this moment for a while with John's Sylvaneth. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. And I'm going to let him take you through a journey.
And I will say that my current painting table is full of Sylvaneth, waiting for the new tome to come out, which comes out, I think, in 2 days.
Yes.
So you'll be seeing more of these Sylvaneth on the channel, hopefully soon. This is what I had painted for the previous version of the tome. So we sort of pieced together a list, and this is sort of a preamble to a larger narrative that's coming. So in this mission, Alariel, who is not in the list for this mission, has tasked Drycha to explore, do sort of a scouting party, a recon mission regarding the Black Oak. En route, we stumble upon some corn.
Well, and we needed some more firewood for our fire.
Right. Well,
that's our story for today. We're running low on wood.
Right. So they were hanging out in these ruins, doing their corn thing, and we sort of stumbled upon them while searching for the Black Oak, and we're gonna have a little skirmish here to sort of explore that.
So we didn't even have to go find the firewood. It came
the
to
firewood
us.
is coming to you.
Yeah.
Right. You start a fire and the wood just appears.
Awesome. I mean, that's work for me. That's great. Okay. So you want to do
symbiotic relationship.
So Alariel's not in, but
just not in. But I want her on the channel.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Let's get another look at that.
And she has tasked. So it's set up like she is like briefing them on the mission here. So that's what it was. So
just to be clear, you are using the new Sylvaneth battle tome.
Correct.
But you're using your old models, as you said. So, yeah.
Correct. So since I'm using it from memory, what I remember seeing in the leaked videos, so I am building a Harvestborn Wargrove, but for this mission, I'm going to be trying the Winterleaf Wargrove out. And I'm not going to be doing any like battalions or any of that stuff. It's just a simple list.
Okay.
obviously the endless spells aren't out yet, so we're not going to be doing any of those. Reusing the old tree bases, things like that. So I will be trying a Winterleaf Wargrove out, and the Durthu will be the general, and he will have the artifact of power, which lets him attack again.
Ooh,
in the combat phase.
Brutal.
Twice. And
that's once per game?
Once per game.
Yeah.
That is the Frozen Kernel.
The Frozen Kernel.
Right. And his command ability that comes with the Winterleaf is the Branch Blizzard, which lets him do mortal wounds to enemies within 12 inches of him. And,
now, can he take a command ability, even though he's not a named character? He's still not a named character.
Not a named character,
okay.
right. So
fantastic.
That's why he is the general instead of Drycha. And he has the Heart. My Heart is Ice command trait, which is any roll of a dice wound with a melee weapon on him that I do not negate on a 5+, you suffer a mortal wound. So it's a little hit back thing. And then, of course, the Winterleaf Wargrove's Winter's Bite, which has exploding 6s.
And that's for everybody.
That's for everybody.
Fantastic. I think Winterleaf sounds really nice.
So yes. So we have the Spirit of Durthu, we have Drycha, we have a Branch Witch, and a Branch Wraith.
So Branch Wraith?
Branch Wraith.
In the front there? Ooh,
yep. And Branch Witch is the next one over. The hook. We have 2 squads of 10 Dryads, 2 squads of Tree Revenants, 2 squads of Skyce Hunters, and 2 squads of Bow Hunters. So we're doing a double.
Yeah, trying out a little bit of everything.
Yeah, 2 of this, 2 of that, 2 of that. Yeah, a little bit.
A nice balanced list. I just want to make sure I get a shot of all these beautiful models. I don't think we've had you on the channel before.
I don't think.
Which I can't believe we haven't done that. So take a good gander here. Cool. So that is your army, and any other special things I should be aware of?
Just the Sylvaneth trickery with the trees and
cool. So we'll give it a shot here at the new Sylvaneth Battle Tome, and here we are with the forces of the Khorne Bloodbound. So I'm taking my pretty standard mortals list that I'm having a lot of fun with. We're going to be running the Slaughterborn Battalion for today, and I'm going to just run through the list and give you guys a good idea here. So I do, before we jump in, do ask for apologies. This one Blood Warrior squad down here, I didn't quite get them done painted. I'm working hard on a lot of different projects right now, and they're 3 colors. They're there, and I'll catch up as we go through. So for the general today, we have the Exalted Deathbringer with the Impaling Spear. He is going to be, since we are the Gore-Tide Slaughter host, he's going to have the Hew the Foe, where he gets +1 damage to his weapons, and he's going to be running the Gore Cleaver artifact. Behind him is going to be the Blood Secretor you see there. He is going to be having the torque for the Gore-Tide, which makes his save unrendable, which is fantastic on the Blood Secretor, liking that guy a lot. We've got a Blood Stoker with the Whip, Mr. Whip, and we've got an Aspiring Deathbringer with the Wrath Axe and Skull Hammer for extra attack goodness. Behind them we have 2 Slaughter Priests. The one on the left is going to have the +1 to hit prayer. The one on the right is going to have the +1 save prayer. And you can see behind them they have the Wrath Axe and the Hexgorger Skulls. Love those things. Don't leave home without them. And also don't leave home without the Khorne Altar. Absolutely awesome with the Slaughter Priests and the prayers. We have a Korgorath. And right next to him we have a squad of Wrathmongers. And then we have, I'm going to skip over to here, we have a squad of 20 Reavers with Meat Ripper axes. Love those guys. And then the Slaughterborn Battalion itself is actually going to be rounding out the list here. The Exalted Deathbringer with the Spear is part of this as well, but it's the 2 Skull Reaper squads and the 2 Blood Warrior squads there. 10-man Blood Warrior, 5-man Skull Reapers. And they're part of this Slaughterborn Battalion, which means that all attacks against them are reduce the rend by 1 to a minimum of 0, I guess. Yep. So love that battalion. Gives me the extra artifact, give me the command point, and I like the units that are in it. Plus the bonus is really nice because you don't have to stay near anybody. It just they always have the bonus. So that's going to be the Khorne Mortals for today. All right, and deployment is complete. We have this pitched battle set for Star Strike, and the lines are set. As you can see, we'll just run quickly through the Khorne forces. So now we rolled up the terrain, and this is a little risky. This is a volcanic one, so it could do some damage to me. I do have a couple units on it, but hey, you know what? It's just Blood Reavers, and Khorne cares not from whence the blood flows. So we got the Korgorath here on the left with the 20 Reavers up on the hill, and my Exalted Deathbringer, my general, is on the hill, and if my luck serves me, he'll probably die from the volcano, because that's just what he does. So behind him there are 5 Skull Reapers, then there are the squad of 10 Blood Warriors that have the paired weapons, and one has the Gorglaive in there as well, with the Secrator behind them, the Aspiring Deathbringers right here in the middle, and we got the 2 Slaughter Priests right there. They are within 8 inches of the altar, and then we've got the 10 Blood Warriors with the shields, or the fists, the Gore fists, and 5 Skull Reapers and 5 Wrathmongers behind them. So compact deployment. I've been thinking about it. Do I want to be aggressive and just run in, or do I want to hang back, weather the fire from the Sylvaneth, and then move out to the Star Strike? But then I don't know. I've been debating it, but I mean, if I'm a proper Khorne player, I'm just going to charge, right? There's no questions about it. So that's probably what's going to happen, because blood for the blood god. But anywho, let's run through the Sylvaneth deployment and all their shenanigans. So here on the left, we've got the Revenants, right? Spite Revenants? Tree Revenants. And then we've got the squad of 6 Bow Hunters there on the hill. And we've got Drycha. Screened out in front of her is the big squad of Dryads there. And behind them, the 6 Scythe Hunters. And we've got Durthu holding up their left flank on the right here. And there are the two casters are back there in the back, right? The witch and the... What are they? The witch and the... There's 2 witches?
Witch is on this side, Wraith.
The witch and the Wraith. Oh, the Wraith's over here. I missed her. She's back there. You can just see her in the back right there. The Wraith and the witch is over here. And then another squad of Revenants on this side over here. The board is set. For other terrains, this one's deadly here in the middle. So that combined with that Sylvaneth Forest is going to make a pretty deadly approach for Khorne. But they got the Inspiring Hill here, which is perfect for them to get them more casting. The Damned Lake. And like I said, the Volcanic. And then over here, this archway is Inspiring, so that'll give +1 bravery. And then this one is the new Nullifying one, which is Nullification, which is pretty interesting. If a spell or endless spell set up there or ends a move near it, within 1 inch of it, it just automatically disappears, which probably won't come into effect in this game because I have prayers, which are not affected by that. But then it also allows a hero to do an additional unbind, even if it's not a wizard. It can try to unbind. So that's a pretty cool new terrain feature that I think could be, yeah, if I get up there, yeah, it would be nice for me. So now, just for ease of play, we did not roll features for the trees that are in the corners, you see, and these ruins here, just because it gets a little crazy. So we kind of try to keep it simple and stuff that'll, you know, realistically be used during the game. Like this tree over here is probably not going to matter, so it's not worth trying to even remember. Sorry, tree. You know, we love you. We love you anyway. But so, but there you go. There's the deployment, and we go to it. Khorne actually finished deploying first by just 1 drop, even though I have a battalion with 5 units in it. I still only won by 1 drop, and Khorne is going to take first turn. Let's do it. Going into Khorne, turn 1. All right, so we're back after Khorne. Turn 1, hero and movement phase. What went down? All right, so we failed to do the Wrath Axe from the Slaughter Priest here, but the other one did get the Hexgorger Skulls out. We moved them up. Hopefully they stick around. You know, they're not going to really affect anything this turn, but hopefully they stick around so they can get deep in there, because we like it deep in there. Anyway, we failed to do the +1 save prayer on the Blood Warriors in the front, the paired weapon ones from the one Slaughter Priest, and we did the reroll from the altar and got a 1, so he mortal wound himself. So he's down to 5 wounds left, and then the other one did get the +1 to hit prayer off on them. Over here on this side, as you see, the highly aggressive Blood Reavers got whipped by the Bloodstoker, and he used the Gore-Tide Ever Onwards command ability to give them the automatic 6-inch run, and they can still charge. Plus, their horn gives them another +1 on the run. The whip gives them +3 for a +4-inch run. We're in a pretty good position here to charge and tie up those bow hunters on the hill there. I'm hoping I can live long enough to do that. So there's that. The Korgorath ran up 12. The Skull Reapers and the Wrathmongers down here piled in, along with the Secretor and the Exalted Deathbringer in the middle there. It's just a mess, but all the hero support and the Aspiring Deathbringer are in there. And on the right flank, more Blood Warriors and Skull Reapers advancing up the right side. We're being a little cautious here, but like I said, trying to tie up those bow hunters. So we're going to be moving into the charge phase. Okay, so we have no shooting. So Blood Reavers are going for the charge here on the bow hunters. They get +4 to this roll. So 7 + 4 will make it an 11, which is definitely going to make it in. So we'll get that done and we'll go to combat. All right, so the Blood Reavers are going in. Like I said, this is more of a tie-up action, but maybe we can cut down a tree. So that would be good. So they are going to have, we already did it. There's 12. There's 12 of them in there, and the champion has +1. They are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay. And there's no objectives down, so I won't get any reroll on my wounds. But they are they got whipped, so I'm rerolling all failed wounds. But they wound on 4s. Rerolling all the fails. So wow, that was really bad. So so 3 -1s because they do have the Meat Ripper axes.
I'm in terrain.
So, yep.
So 4s. So 3. 4s. And rerolling from the roots being down. 1.
So just 1 wound. I'll take it for a tie-up.
I have 1 hit roll, so I'll get
All right, so the trees are going to attack back here. There's 5 trees attacking back. How many do they have each?
About 3 each.
Dang.
Vicious Claws.
Vicious Claws.
The Huntmaster will hit first. He hits on 3s. And he hits on 4s.
Wow, nice.
Wound on 4s.
Everybody wounds on 4s. So 4 wounds done by the bow hunters into the reavers. They do have a 6-up save. So I saved 1, so 3 reavers go down.
So the 5 hunters that are in combat are going to do their stops now on a 4+. It's a mortal wound. So there are 3 additional mortal wounds.
Oh, cool. So that kills 6 total of the reavers. We'll pull them off, and then that's all the fights. So we'll go to the Battle Shock next. Okay, so Battle Shock. So the Blood Reavers are Bravery 5, but they have the Totem, which gives them +1 to a 6, and there are 11 models, so it makes them a 7. I lost 6, so I'm at Bravery 1, and I rolled the big 6.
That's not good.
So 5 more run away. But they do stay there to tie up, and that'll be my turn. So we'll be moving over to the Sylvaneth. Turn 1. Okay, and after Sylvaneth turn 1 movement phase, this is the lay of the land. Well, movement and hero phase. We'll go through the whole thing. So, hero phase first. Durthu and the Branch Witch Or the branch witch. It was the branch witch tried to do Verdant Blessing, which is to grow a new tree, and she was back here, and she failed to cast it. So that was bad because he was going to put another clump of trees in here, right where those units are now, in order to give him support and stuff like that. But that did not work, which is sad.
I plan to summon dryads into that wood.
Right, because I was too close to this one over here for him to summon any new. So he actually lost out on getting a squad there, which was
possibly right.
Which was sad. But over here, Drycha plus the branch Wraith that was over there. There was an arcane bolt that went into the Reavers and killed one of them, and also Drycha did her super scary face.
Terror. She did D3 mortal wounds and rolled a 2, so just one, so not super scary.
So killed 2 Blood Reavers out of there so far from Super Scary Face and Arcane Bolt. And then, as you see, they move forward. So the Revenants over here moved 3 inches away from the Reavers to help out. And Drycha actually, the Reavers are really proving their worth. Basically stopped her from moving forward because these guys were all in here first and she couldn't really move forward, and then so they moved up, but she wanted to try to come in this way to get the flank off, but the Reavers are there. She has to stay 3 inches away, so they're paying for themselves even though they only did 1 wound. And then the echelon of trees was formed here in the middle, supported by Durthu. So that's the lay of the land. Going to move into the Sylvaneth shooting phase.
So Drycha is going to unleash her colony of Flitter Furies, which is, since she's enraged this turn, it'll be 20 attacks. Hitting on 4s, 6s are going to do mortals. So right the way are 4 mortals. Hitting on 4s, so not too shabby. And then winning on 3s.
Oh man, she might just wipe them out.
So 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 of those at -1. 1 damage.
Well, then they're just dead. Well, they are in terrain, so I guess I have a 6-up save. So you killed 4 already, and you said 9? 9 6-ups. Nope. So that'll do it. That'll do it for the Reavers. So my plan actually failed now because of Drycha. So they're just going to shoot the bows at me anyway.
But Drycha's still stuck back here, though. So
that's true. I guess it did knock her back, and then the bow hunters couldn't move forward either. So, but okay, all right. Next, we'll do the bow hunter.
Next, the bow hunters are going to open up. I'm going to put 4 into the Bloodstoker and 2 into the Quarterrath. The Huntmaster will be going into the Stoker. This is the Huntmaster hitting on 3s, and this is the other 3 into the Bloodstoker hitting on 4s, and these are wounding on 3s.
3 wounds.
3 wounds at Ren -1.
And I am in or on the terrain, so that'll make me I have 4. Puts me down. Your Ren puts me down to 5, but back up to 4. So 1 goes through for D3 damage.
3.
Ouch! So he has 2 left, and then into the Korgorath.
The Korgs, 4s and 3s. 2 -1s.
So he has a 4-up as well, but now he's not in cover. They both go through. This could hurt.
2.
Just 2 damage?
2 damage.
So he has 6 left. 2 and 6 left. Okay, next up for shooting
is Durthu, Spirit Durthu, is going to shoot his Verdant Blast at those Blood Warriors.
Okay.
He needs 6 attacks, so he needs 4s and 3s. 3 hits and 3s, so that's 2. 2 at -1.
2 at -1, and the Slaughterborn does not work to reduce the rend from shooting attacks. It's only melee weapons. So, and you said the Blood Warriors, right? And at -1, I'll put him to a 5. Wow, 6 double 6s. Okay, so there's that. Okay, any other shooting?
No.
All right, so going on to the Sylvaneth charge phase. You got any charges, or are you going to hang back?
I'm going to hang back and wait to see where the star falls.
I think that's wise. Okay, so I did pick up a Blood Tithe, though, for losing the Blood Reavers, which is what they're always good for. So that's 1 Blood Tithe there. Actually got to roll to see if the skulls stick around. So we're going to roll for the skulls. and they are in range of a priest, so they're going to be on a 4-up. They'll stick around. No, they do disappear, which is disheartening and sad. So we'll remove those, and then we'll go on to the roll-off. You ready, John? Come on, Khorne, for the Blood God. Khorne wins it.
Your choice.
I have to take it. So, we have to roll to see
Where the star falls.
right, and that should have been before that, but oh well, we'll do it now. So,
Reroll now.
no, we're not re-rolling now. So, 2d6, and this is the one that'll be in the middle. It is a 12. It's going to be on a far side here. Okay, after Khorne, turn 2, hero and movement phase. This is how we ended up. So in the hero phase, the priest did +1 to hit and +1 save on the blood warriors with the paired weapons. They were just out of range to whip with the blood stoker who was over here. So instead he whipped those skull reapers right there. Then the slaughter priest tried to do the wrath axe but failed, and then did the skulls. We got the Hexgorger skulls up here. They are in range. There's at least one skull in range of all the wizards. There are 2 skulls in range of everybody except for Drycha. So hopefully this turn the skulls will have an effect against the magic of the tree folk. And we did a blood boil on this dryad squad over here of 10 and killed 2 of them. The other blood boil failed on double 2s, which was sad. even with that reroll. And then that was it for the hero phase. Then in the movement phase, we'll start from left to right. The Korgorath moved up to 6 onto the hill there. The blood warriors here advanced into the center, and now this is deadly terrain, but they did pass, did not suffer any damage. Aspiring Deathbringer, he did a big run roll of 10 to get over to here. Again, did not suffer any damage from the deadly. Skull Reapers moved up to here at their 5-inch move and did not suffer any deadly. Over here we got the Exalted Deathbringer in the middle, the Blood Secretor moving up to support, and the Blood Stoker with 2 wounds remaining ran over here into the middle to be of help in later turns. Slaughter Priest moved up, Wrathmonger's here. We've got the Skull Reapers kind of maintaining a defensive position over here, because again, we don't know where the comets are gonna, or the treasure chests from the skies are gonna land. And then over here, my Blood Warriors did get a 4-inch advance and did end up making it in range of the objective, who is way over here on the right because I rolled 2 6s for the Star Strike. So there you go. Everybody on the internet says it's going to come in somewhere in the middle, but the first time I play it, double 6s, objectives on the far right. So, but I'm pretty confident that we'll hold on to that for a while. That's a hefty unit to actually chop through for what he has on this side of the board. All right, y'all. I know we have a lot of loyal Khorne worshippers on this channel. I'm going to do something that might earn your hate and ire. I think I am actually in a position to stand here in glorious defiance on this hill and not charge the trees.
Please
not
send your hate mail to.
Please send your hate mail to. No, I think I'm going to hold back because, again, looking at where we're at, these skulls are clogging up this entrance. Durthu can't really get through. He can't really go through here because the dryads are in the way. If I were to charge in, which I would easily make the charge, but then those Scythe Hunters are going to come and tear me up, which I don't need to be up there. I don't know where the objective is yet. Drycha would be able to nail me with things. I think I'm actually in a pretty good defensive position here. The Wrathmonger buff is affecting everybody. Secretor is protecting everybody, or buffing everybody. They're all protected back here. I have reserves. You know, if we're going to spill ample blood for the Blood God, I feel like we can't just be unintelligent berserkers. We can spill more blood if we're smart. Yeah? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to stay back, but we are going to attack with the Korgorath here. We're going to try to get him in. So he's going to do his charge. He rolled 4, and I really don't think he's actually going to make it in anywhere. So that's that. A pretty, I know, I'm going to get the hate mail. I'm going to get the Khorne players are not happy with me, but hopefully it leads to more bloodshed down the round. Now, we did, however, pick up this objective over here, which was huge. It is only turn 2, so in this mission, you score as many points as whatever turn it is. So I scored 2 points for having that chest for this turn here. So he's going to have to come get me there. And that's that. I'm set up. I'm in a good position if I get double turned, anything like that. So I'm gonna have to eat some shooting, but I was really hoping that Korgorath would make it. But that's how it works. All right, going over to Sylvaneth, turn 2. Okay, after Sylvaneth, turn 2, hero phase, movement phase. What went down? Well, the hero phase was a bust because the Hexgorger skulls lived up to their namesake and ate all the magic that the Sylvaneth tried to do. They failed to cast everything. Nothing went through because of, well, you did pass 1 on a 10, but then -2 from the skulls made it an 8, and then my Slaughter Priest denied on a 9, which so we just shut down the entire magic phase for the Sylvaneth, which was disheartening to say the least. Then in the movement phase, the Hunters moved up a bit, and Drycha moved up a bit. The Echelon formed more of a line to try to get around the Hexgorger skulls to push the center here and get this fight started. But we'll see what happens. Again, the objectives haven't landed. We don't know where we actually need to go yet, and here we are engaging in the middle. So we'll see what happens. Dryads pushing through over here. Durthu busting through the ruins onto the left flank of the Sylvaneth here. And then these awesome Revenants do their little wololo and teleport over here to the other side. And will you believe it or not, I only had 2 Blood Warriors in range of the objective. They have 3 Revenants and they steal it, so it's going to bring it up to a tie game. Those guys are tricky, and they are useful units to take. So that's where we are. We're moving in now into the Sylvaneth shooting phase. Okay, in the shooting phase, Durthu is opening up the shooting phase with his blasts of energy into these... The Verdant Blast into these Blood Warriors. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s.
There are 3.
3 wounds. Is there a rend there?
-1.
-1. So 3 saves at -1 will put them to 5-up saves. We save 2. 1 goes through, so is that D3 damage? 3 damage. That is going to kill a Blood Warrior. The unlucky man is you. And we'll put a wound on another one. Get that put out. Okay, so Drycha's using her Flitter Furies, which you did enraged, right?
She's enraged, so...
Into the Skull Reapers back here.
In the 4s, 6s, and 1. Wow. 1, 2 6s.
So 2 mortals.
4 hit.
That was still a pretty solid roll.
And 3's wound.
Okay. 3's to wound. That hurt. So 5 wounds?
At -1.
At -1. Okay, so 2 wounds suffered already. And then they're at a 4, going down to a 5. So I saved 2, so 3 go through. So you did 5 wounds total, which is going to kill 1 and bring 1 down to 1. So we'll get that put out. Okay, so the Hunters on the hill are firing next. What's the target?
Skull Reapers again, baby.
Shooting at the same Skull Reaper unit back here, trying to cut down their numbers. Okay.
I'm after it's on 3s.
Both hit.
So it's on 4.
All right, solid shooting.
3's wound. 3.
3 at -1.
Yep.
So that's going to make them be 5-up. No, trip 1s.
Wow.
Oh no.
3s. 3, 4, 5.
6 damage going through again. Wow, so they just suffered 11 damage. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Lots of damage coming in on the Skull Reapers, cutting down 3 of them and bringing 1 down to 1 left. That hurt. That hurt a lot. So, but that's that, and we're moving on to charges for Sylvaneth. So who's up?
I'll try Drycha. I'll try a long charge with Drycha.
Drycha? She'd be moving through these trees here to try to get to the Korgorath. Before that is not going to do it. That's what I rolled too.
I don't think I want to spend a command point on that.
I honestly don't think it's worth it. So the Hunters are going to try to charge the Korgorath through this little gap right here. So they're going to get a 10 on that charge. So they should be able to get in. We'll come back to you after we move them. Okay, so the Hunters did make a big 10-inch charge and get around around the Korgorath here. There are 4 of them in range because they have a 2-inch range on their scythe. So here we go. We got all the dice set.
Huntmaster go first.
Huntmaster.
He hits on 2s.
Wow.
So there are 3 hits. Track. You have these 6s now. That was hit on 3. So we do have 2 6s. So it's going to be 2 additional hits.
Winterleaf.
Moving on, please.
Yeah, there's a stairwell or something. I think that's it, isn't it?
So that is 7.
7 saves.
Neg 2.
Neg 2. So the Korgorath is no longer a monster, so he does get the cover save here. So at -2, it'll make a 5-up save for the Korgorath. 7 of them?
Yeah, he's running late.
Okay, so I made none, and that'll be it. He's already dead. You don't even need the D3 damage. Overkill. So Korgorath is dead. That is another blood tie point, and we'll clean up the board. And I think that's it for the turn, though, right? Sylvaneth's turn. And that's the bottom of the round. So we have to roll. Well, we have to roll for the skulls first to see if the skulls disappear. So the skulls are in 8 inches of one of the slaughter priests there, so they will be staying around on a 4+. Nope, they go away again. So I'll just have to recast them next time. And then at the end of the round, before we do initiative, because Sylvaneth could be getting a double turn here. Skull Reapers are immune to battle shock. Yeah, we're gonna see if. We're going to see what where the chests come in, right? So we'll roll for the one on John's side of the board. You want to go ahead and do that? 2d6? 8. So that'll be somewhere central here. We'll place that out. That's very close to the middle because 7 is the middle. And for the Khorne side, that's a 9. And that'll be, again, closer to the middle here, but we'll get those placed out. So, okay, so that's that. Moving into the Sylvaneth did score 2 points over here, so it is 2-2 tie game going into round 3 and the all-important initiative roll-off. Come on, Khorne, let's win it again. I win it. So I am going to take it because I do not want to get double turned. Moving into Khorne, turn 3. Okay, Khorne, turn 3. After the hero and the movement phase, what went down? Okay, so the Slaughter Priests, the stars of this game, they put the +1 to hit and the +1 save prayer on the Blood Warriors. They also did the skulls up to here, which is affecting all the wizards in this area. And then the other one did get the Wrath Axe off, which was placed here. Moved 8 around here, and as you see, poor Drycha. So it killed 1 Dryad, did 2 mortal wounds to the hunters, 3 mortal wounds to the hunters, then did 2 mortal wounds to Drycha for the move over, and then did the big chop on Drycha with 6 mortal wounds, bringing her down to 2 left. Then we did a blood boil, failed the first one, did a wound to ourselves, and then the second one, blood boil, did 4 mortal wounds to Drycha, killing her, getting us a blood tithe point. Demoralizing for the Sylvaneth, but they're not out of this fight yet because they still have the hunters. So, Khorne, we advanced around here. We're 3 away with the Blood Warriors. These Skull Reapers moving around on the left flank to hopefully get in there and do some damage to the hunters before we just get chopped up. Wrathmongers moving up in support. Aspiring Deathbringer here, moving into support range. And then the Exalted Deathbringer, my general, moving in to start getting into the fray, but takes a wound from the lashing trees as he moves through, and we get some shuffling around over here from the heroes. The Skull Reapers here moved back onto the newly arrived objective, so we'll be picking that one up. And then the Blood Warriors over here are moving in to retake this objective on this side. So that's the lay of the land. We have no shooting, so we're going right into charges. So first charge is going to be the Blood Warriors in the front. That's a 7, so they'll definitely make it in. And we'll get that moved up and come right back. So after the Blood Warriors, next up is going to be a charge for the Skull Reapers. Here we go. So they got a 9, so they're going to make it in. And then while we're at it, we're going to do... Oh, I forgot to move a Blood Warrior there. We're going to do the Exalted Deathbringer. He's doing his charge. Does he make it? Yes, on a 9, he will be able to get in to these Dryads up here. And then over here, on this side of the board, the Blood Warriors going in for the kill. That's a 6. That will definitely make it into the Revenants. So we'll get all this moved up and we'll come back to combats. Khorne, turn 3. Okay, so moving into the combat phase, we are going to activate the Blood Warriors first. Now there's 4 of them into the trees, and then there's going to be 6 of them, plus the one who has the Gorglaive into the Dryads. Okay. Now for the bust, we spend a command point to the Aspiring Deathbringer is going to give them +1 attack. They are wholly within 8 of these Wrathmongers for another attack, and they're wholly within 16 of the Banner for another attack, giving each model 5 attacks, right? Is that right? They have 2 base plus 3. Yeah, 5 attacks each. These are normal axes into the Hunters. Hitting on 3s. No, they have +1 to hit. Hitting on 2s. And they're re-rolling 1s because they have paired weapons. So all hit. And then they wound on 4s, but they were whipped, so they re-roll all failed to wounds. Because these guys are going crazy with all my buffs. So wound on 4s, and then re-rolling all failed wounds. But these are no rend 1 damage, and John gets to re-roll all of his saves. So I don't know how much damage this is actually going to do. So they picked up 4 more there. So looks like we've got 15 saves from the 4 Blood Warriors into the Hunters, and you have solid defense here. They have a 4-up save? Yep. Re-rolling everything. 15 wounds into the Hunters. But you get the reroll. You get the reroll.
That was the 4.
Yeah. So 5 go through. So just kill 1 hunter, because those guys are tough. Holy cow. So I'll get the dice ready for the rest of the Dryads and we'll come right back. Okay, so this is the other 5 Blood Warriors going into the Dryads. They are -1 to hit, which makes them hit on 3s because they have the buff. And they're going to be re-rolling 1s from paired weapons. That is a lot of 2s. Maybe they will live. That's a lot of 2s. Re-rolling these. Okay. Let's pull out the 2s. Holy cow. All right. And now we're going to be wounding on 4s, re-rolling everything. Oh, geez, there's a tree on my dice. That was a good wound roll, and here we go. So we only failed 2 of the wounds, so that is 14 wounds into the Dryads, and we still have the Gorglaive to go. 14 saves coming up for 5+. They're all dead. Got them, so I don't have to swing with the Gorglaive. Okay, so that is another Blood Touch point picked up by the Blood Warriors, and we're moving over to Sylvaneth choice. Okay, so the Hunters have piled in. They did put their roots down, so they can only pile in 1, and they're still within 3 of the Wrath Axe there, so they're going to be at -1 to hit, and John is going to put 3 into the Reapers and 2 into the Warriors.
Yep, so Master going to the Reapers, so he hits on 3s now.
He rolled trip 1s. 2 hits?
Yeah,
But an exploding 6.
Exploding 6, that's right. 1 wound, and that's -2 though, right? So that only puts me at a 6. -2, but it's reduced the Ren by 1. So they have a 5-up save on the Skull Reapers. Fail. So D3 wounds. You kill 1 and bring 1 down to 2 left. So Murderous to the last from the Skull Reapers on a 5+. That guy is going to do mortal wounds. No. So he just dies from the scythe slicing him in half. Okay, so now we got the other Hunters.
Into the
Warriors. Okay, that was better. That was at least average. So. All right, so 4 -1s. So that puts them to a 5+, but they have the prayer for the +1 save on them. So they have a 4+, their normal save right here. Failed all of them. So D3 damage. So 6 damage. That'll cut down 3 Blood Warriors, and when they die, they pile in an attack. So we will we'll get that done right here. Okay, so the 3 Blood Warriors that died, you pick one. You pick models to die, and they pile in. So 2 from over here piled in an attack, and 1 from over here. They're not -1 to hit, correct? So, because that was only the Dryads. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah,
So he missed one. And then 4s, re-rolling everything.
so like I said, you can read them if you want. Like read them. You can roll that or you can roll.
Ooh, I don't think I picked up any. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 normal saves. I don't think I'm going to do anything. Wow, just 2 damage. Yep. Oh. So the one hunter has 1 remaining because John counts the other way. So it counts the other way. So cool. Wow, good fight there. And now it is back to John to attack. Oh no! Oh, it's me because that was you killing my guys. It's crazy.
Because you're Khorne and you attack it.
I'm sorry. I know it's confusing because it's like I just attack all the time. I just keep attacking. So we're gonna actually do the Exalted Deathbringer. Okay, Exalted Deathbringer. He's gonna go in. He hits on 3s with his spear. Okay. And then he's going to be wounding on 3s, but re-rolling 1s because he is gore-tied and he is within range of the objective. Okay, so 3 go through. That was a 5. So it's 3 go through. They're going to be -2 rend, and they're going to be 2 damage each. 6 damage. Now, if I would have rolled a 6 here because of the gore cleaver, it would double the damage. So it would be 4 for each one of those. And would have been D3 mortal wounds on top of that because of the impaling spear for each 6. So if he rolls 6s to wound, he gets a little crazy. But he did work, killed 6 of the dryads there, and now it's going to go back over to the Sylvaneth. Okay, so up next we got the tree revenants have piled in on the blood warriors, and they're going to attack.
Winning on 3s. I'm going to do my martial memories to reroll 1 of these. Nope.
Okay.
Extra hit for the exploding 6.
Nice.
Winning on 3s. So 5 neg 1s.
5. Ignoring the neg 1s. So we're at 4 pluses for the blood warriors. Save 2. So you actually, since 1 was already wounded and I failed 3 there, you're actually going to take 2 bodies down. So 2 bodies down, they'll pile in an attack. So they have 2 attacks each. They're going to be hitting on 3s. So that's just 2 hits. And then wounding on 4s. So that's 2 wounds, no rend, 1 damage. Kills 2. For the honor of killing my guys, you get to lose 2. Okay, and then we'll pile in with the blood warriors and attack back. Okay, so blood warriors fighting back, hitting on 3s. These do not re-roll any 1s. And then wounding on 4s. So 2 wounds.
Save.
Save 1. So we only killed 1. We killed 3 of them. Okay, so Dryad into the Exalted Deathbringer.
Hang on 3. Good talk. But there's 2 6s, so that's that. Winning on 4s. There's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. No rend.
Nope.
So he has a 4 up. Pass 1, fail 1, so he has 3 wounds remaining. Okay, so the Skull Reaper champion here, he has +1 attack from the aspiring Deathbringer there, and the banner over here is giving him another one. He's just out of range of the Wrathmonger, so no. So he has 6 attacks. He is going to be hitting on 3s, and he would re-roll everything because they have 5 models. But he does hit with everything. 1 is a 6, so that is a mortal wound in addition to normal damage. So 1 mortal so far. And then he wounds on 3s. Okay. So 4 normal saves, 1 damage from that.
They're good.
So just 1 mortal, and then he has his other weapon because he is the unit champion. The Vicious mutation is going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. So hitting on 3s, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s, 1 at -1. And I get a reroll on that. D3 damage, 3 damage. Okay, so Skull Reaper champion putting some damage out on these trees. And that is it for all the fights, correct? That is it. So we're going to go to Battle Shocks.
I get to stop you.
Oh yes, to stop.
One mortal wound and 2 legendary.
I think you have it.
So 1 mortal wound onto the Skull Reaper champ, bringing him down to 2. And then we're going to have to do some battle shocks. So battle shock, I lost 2 Blood Warriors over here, and they have a bravery of 6. So they're good on a 1. And you lost 3 of the Revenants from that squad, so we'll get that stat and roll that. So the Revenants actually failed their battle shock test by 1, leaving 1 remaining. The Hunters lost 2, but he rolled a 1 for his battle shock, so they hold strong. You're spending a command point? Spending a command point to keep the Dryads around, and that would be from this hero back here, the Wraith. And I lost 3 Blood Warriors over here. So, do I want to spend the point? I'm going to save it. We're going to go for it. They have the banner, so they have +1 to their bravery, which puts them at 7. They lost 3, so they're at bravery 4. All right, woo! It was risky, but they're good. Lots of 1s. Skull Reapers are immune to battle shock.
Yeah, because they're crazy.
They're crazy. They've gone nuts, and they do not want to run away.
They don't care about running.
Yeah, no,
It's not even an option.
it's not even an option. So that is that on top of turn 3 here. Khorne has picked up this objective here, so that is 3 points. We have this objective here, that's another 3 points. That is gaining 6, making it 8-2. However, in this particular mission, you can come back very quickly because the objectives are worth whatever turn it is. And Durthu is looking to set up a late game point spree on this side of the board. So I don't really have much to move over there and counter. So we'll see what happens going into Sylvaneth, turn 3. We're gonna break into the hero phase here, break in. So I'll explain what happened so far. So this caster right here, the Wraith, she cast the heal, the regenerate models one onto the Hunters, and rolled a high on a 9. But even with -2 from the skulls,
And you trying to block it?
I failed to block it. She still got it off and raised back one of the Hunters, which is fantastic. The Sylvaneth really needed that. Then the Branch Witch back here. Your Miss Branch Witch back here, she rolled to do Arcane Bolt on my general here, and she rolled the unfortunate 8. And she which is Khorne's number. Khorne likes 8, and so do the Hexgorger skulls. So when you roll an 8, she forgets Arcane Bolt, it automatically fails, and every wizard within 12 of the Hexgorger skulls is going to be taking D6 mortal wounds. So we wanted to make sure we did that. So there's a wizard right there, D6 mortal wounds, 5. So she's dead. Oh Lord, the unfortunate Wraith that the Branch Witch that casted that, 1 mortal wound. And is Durthu a wizard? No, so he does not suffer that. Okay, wow, that was rough. So I got a blood tie there in the Sylvaneth turn. Okay, so we're going to continue in through the hero phase and the movement phase. All right, Sylvaneth, bottom of turn 3, movement in hero. We already went through the hero phase for the Sylvaneth. That was all the stuff that they did. It did kill that poor Branch Wraith. The skulls just ate her. Giving me a blood tie them up to 5. Then in movement, the Hunters stayed in here with their freshly regrown. She gave her life to bring back another Hunter. And then these Hunters are moving over to secure this objective. Dryads falling back from the Exalted Deathbringer, backed up by the Branch Witch back there. Durthu, big man on campus, Durthu, busting through the ruins, moving over to here to put his mighty foot down and just start chalking up points. It might be the hope of the Sylvaneth for this game. And then the Revenant that was over here doing some tree ninja action went all the way over to here with his teleport maneuver. So that's the move. We're going to go into the shooting phase for the Sylvaneth now. All right, Durthu, verdant blast into the Blood Warriors. What do we got? We needed 3s? 4s. All right, 3 hits. 1 wound? 1 wound? Is there a rend? -1, so that puts me at a 5. I save it on a 6. You guys like the shooting. They like the shooting. Okay, so that's Durthu shooting attack down. All right, so the Kurnoth Hunters are going to be shooting. They're going to split their attacks into my General and then into the Warriors. Is that what you said? The Reaper. Oh, the other Reaper. Try to finish those guys off. So, have at it.
One to there.
After your opponent's next action, you play your opponent's one face.
So two hits. No, oh my God. No wounds from the Hunters into the. This is the Skull Reaper. Oh no! One hit, one wound. Oh no! The blessings of Valerial are abandoning you. Any rend? One. So 5 up. Nope, failed it. So D3 on the Reaper. 2. So he already had suffered a wound. So he's dead. That's him. He's gone. So when you kill him, nope. When you kill him in shooting, they don't get to do that. So cool. And that is all the shooting for this turn. All right. So we're going to be going into charges next. All right. So Durthu going for the charge. He's just out of 12 over here. We're going to give it to John. If he gets the boxcars, he's going to make it in down here. No boxcars. No boxcars. So Durthu is not making it into the fight yet. But we're going into the Sylvaneth combat. So we're going to activate the Hunters first. All right, the Hunters did drop their roots, so they can only pile in 1. But the nice thing about the Scythe Hunters is they have a 2-inch range. So they're all going to make it in anyway. Here they go. Scythe Hunters, and this is, remember, -1 to hit from the blasted Wrath Axe. It was you 3 inches. Pretty sure you're still in.
I would have powered them all around then.
They're out. So screw you, Wrath Axe. Okay.
Thank God. An extra one, so that'll stay there.
Okay. Come on, you need a big hit right here. Oh boy, that was rough. What are we looking at? 6 saves? That's still a lot. And this is against Warriors. They have reduced the Rend by 1, and they have +1 to their save. So they are going to be your Rend 2. That would put them normally to a 6. Makes it a 5. Makes it a 4. 4 up saves. And I make every single one of them. Khorne is ascended here today. Wow, this is pretty crazy. So, I can't hold all the dice for my attacks. I'm sorry. So, okay, so this is 6 Blood Warriors. They are buffed by, spend another command point on the Deathbringer. They're in 8 of the Wrathmongers, and the banner is here. 5 attacks per model with the champion having 6. This is the first roll because I can't fit them all in my hand. So they are still buffed, so hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. There's actually quite a few in there. Luckily I had my buffs, or that would have been a bad roll. Oh, there's another one. Why don't you go ahead and roll it? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Hey! Okay. So we missed 1 attack there. And now we are wounding on 4s. Re-rolling everything because of the whip. Thank God, too. And okay. And then these are the rest. Reroll 1s, 4s. Rerolling fails. Okay, when it's all said and done, that horrific, terrible mess of rolling is 19 saves on the Hunters, no Rend, 1 damage, and then we still have the Gore-Glaive to attack. 19 saves! Not too shabby yourself there, Mr. John. Was that enough? Oh, we're gonna chop one down here. All right, so the Gorglaive going back into the hunters. He has 5 attacks with his +3 from all the bonuses. He's gonna be hitting on 3s. Ugh. Oh no, he's got the buffs. He hits with everything because he hits on 2s because of the prayer. So hit with all, and he's going to be wounding on 3s, rerolling everything because of the whip. All right, so that's 4 -1s this time for two damage each. Reroll from the roots. Wow, nice reroll. Just 2 going through, killing that guy. Oh no, you count the other way. Count the other way. So that one has 1 left then. All right, good job, Gorglaive guy. And other fights do we have? Nope, I think that's it. So Sylvaneth are going to be. Oh, the stomps. Get the stomps.
Take 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds is going to kill a guy, which means he's going to pile in and attack you. So, because it never stops, right? Wait, do the stomps happen in the combat phase?
End of combat.
So it's still the combat phase. Okay, so.
I think so.
Yep. Then we're going to play it like that. Okay, get out of here, tree. You're going to chop down your brothers. So, 2s. No rerolls then. And 4s. Rerolls. So 3 saves. Reroll that 1. Cool. Hey, there we go. We got him. So we trade a model for a model. Take down another tree. So we're going to have to be doing some battle shock here. I only lost the 1 Blood Warrior because my saves were out of control. Which means with the banner, we can't lose anybody. We're good. So. And that's it for battle shocks. Sylvaneth are going to be picking up 3 points for the Sylvaneth. Are going to pick up that chest, making it 8-5. Okay, so the judgments, do they stay? On a 5+, the skulls will stay. Yep, skulls stick around. And Wrathaxe, do you stick around? No, Wrathaxe disappears. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Yay! And now is this the turn that the Sylvaneth pull off the double turn? 3, 4, not today. Khorne are gonna take it yet again. So we've got the Salty Leaf, John, is out here in force with this. Because, and I don't deny that the cheese that are slaughter priests are coming on strong after the hero phase. So what happened in the hero phase? We'll back up. The bald slaughter priest right here. This guy. He was standing right here. He was just in 16 of Durthu over here, and as you can see, of course, he chucked the Wrathaxe up there, which did 4 mortal wounds to Durthu with both hits. It was 2 and 2. And then he did Blood Boil for 5. So he did 9 mortal wounds to Durthu, practically killing him all on his own, which is completely insane. But that's how slaughter priests are. And then this one over here, he did 2 mortal wounds to the hunters with Blood Boil. We've got the +1 save on the Blood Warriors. We've whipped the Wrathmongers. Whatever his name is, Mr. Whip moved over here, and then the Aspiring Deathbringer moved up. Everybody's advancing up to the middle. Exalted Deathbringer moving up to claim the chest up there at that end, and Skulls moved around. So we're looking at a pretty brutal turn here with Sylvaneth not being able to pull out a double turn. But that's how it goes. Brutal move, brutal hero phase from the brutal god of slaughter and blood. And we're moving. We don't have any shooting, so we're going to be moving into the charge phase. Okay, so we've done our charges. Exalted Deathbringer made it in over there. The Wrathmongers rolled a 9, and they weren't able to reach the bow hunters, but they did make it around on this side, and that was the only 2 charges that we did. So first combat, we are spending a command point from the Aspiring Deathbringer to do +1 attack, and the banner up on the hill is in range of the Exalted Deathbringer. He is going to pile in and attack first, so he's going to hit on 3s. Yep. And then he's going to wound on 3s, but re-rolling 1s. So that's 4 minus 2s for 2 damage each. So that'll kill all of them. That's a blood tithe point. All the hunters are going to enact their vengeance upon the Khorne warriors that have been the bane of their existence.
Do they have the Plus 1 to save.
They have the +1 to save.
I'll do 1 into here then.
Okay, so the 2 into the warriors, 1 into the Wrathmongers.
Wrathmonger, 2s. So, no.
3 hits on the warriors, 3 on the.
This is in the warriors.
So 2 wounds on the warriors and 1 into the Wrathmongers. Goes right through because they only have a 5-up save. So 3. So you're going to kill a Wrathmonger, bring another one down to 1, and then 2 saves on the warriors. They have a 4-up save. So 1 goes through for 2. So that's going to cut down a warrior there, and we'll have him attack back. So he has 5 attacks. We do not reroll the 1s. Oh no, these are the paired weapons. We do reroll the 1s. And then 4s. So just 3 wounds. Nothing. Okay, so now the Wrathmongers are going to be going in. They did charge, so they're going to be hitting on 3s. They're all in range. There's 4 of them there, and they're hitting on 3s. They have +2 attacks from the banner and the aspiring Deathbringer. Okay. That was rough.
Troll is broke, just saying.
And then they're going to wound on 3s. Rerolling everything because they're whipped.
The only thing that can do is try to kill the troll.
Okay, so that is going to be 13 -1s for 1 damage.
They only have range 3. You have to move one space to get close enough to hit.
So at the end of turn 4,
Bad way to start.
Okay, okay. Wow, so just two wounds. These hunters are tough. Hunters are real tough. Okay, and then it's back to Sylvaneth, which I do not believe they have any other attacks. So it's going to be the Blood Warriors again. I'll get up the dice and we'll go back in. Okay, so Blood Warriors are going in. This is the normal guys. So they have 5 attacks each, +1 for the champion. So he's going to have 6 attacks. They're going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. So we'll pull the 1s out there. Reroll those. Okay, and then we'll pull out the misses. These guys are going to be wounding on 4s. No reroll. Pull those out. So it looks like we've got 10 saves. 10 saves, no rend, 1 damage. Ooh. 1 wound gets through, cuts down a tree, and then we've got the Goreglaive. He's going to have 4 attacks. No, 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. So that is going to be 3 -1s. We roll those 2. 1 goes through. That's 2 damage from the Goreglaive. So Blood Warriors putting in a lot of great work over here. 2 stomps into the Warriors. No stomp damage there. Okay, so that is going to be that for Khorne. The Exalted Deathbringer gloriously fighting through the center of the board, picking up that objective back there. No, she's in 6. He doesn't get it. So, but standing there bellowing out a challenge nonetheless. So Khorne does pick up this objective back here, and we are still holding the one way over here. So that is, since it's turn 4, that's 8 points total on my 9. So it's 17-5. Do you want to continue?
Yeah.
The trees are going to continue. They're going to continue vigorously, moving into Sylvaneth, turn 4. And we have done the hero phase and the movement phase. Nothing of note happened, right? Oh, the branch Wraith, who's now up here, which, my bad, did heal 1 wound on Durthu over here. The hunters moved down the hill. And what really is going up is we're setting up for the late game. The Revenants did Wololo over to here, and now they're ready to hopefully get into this chest, and Durthu can help. Maybe with combined fire from the hunters, they can take out the defending Skull Reapers and claim this chest. So, that's that. We're going into Sylvaneth shooting. What's up? Verdant Blast, -1 to hit from the Wrath Axe. 1 hit. Do you get an extra attack from the 6? No, it's only in melee? Okay. So nothing from Verdant Blast from Durthu, who is struggling to make a presence known in this match. So going over to the Hunters. Are you firing everything? Into the Skull Reapers. Alright. Firing downtown all the way to here to these defending Skull Reapers. Fours. Oof. Nice volley coming through. 5 at -1 from the Bow Hunters. That'll put them to a 5-up save. Failed them all. 5d3 damage. And there's a big roll.
9, 10, 11.
11. That was a huge volley of trees, firing trees at my men. Doing 11. That is going to kill
3.
It'll kill 3 and one, and there'll be 1 with 1 wound left. And then another full guy, right? Wow. Massive stuff coming in here at the end of the game for the Sylvaneth. Can they pull it out at the very end? We shall see. Going into Sylvaneth. That's all shooting, correct?
Yes.
Going into Sylvaneth. Charges. All right, so first up is Durthu. He needs boxcars. He is exactly 12 inches away from the Skull Reapers. Let's see if he can do it. That is not boxcars. No. Command point?
Not for boxcars.
Not for boxcars. Okay. All right, who else is charging?
After this, then he dies. That's what I do. So he's almost dead.
Hunters might as well go for it. Hunters? On a 7, that'll do it. They're most likely going to kill the Exalted Deathbringer.
And they'll try.
And YOLO for the Reaver, the Revenants. Here they go. On a 7 or a 5, that's not going to do it. Oh, marital prowess.
Marital prowess?
And you're not going to charge that lone one in, I assume. No. Okay. So the Hunters most likely are going to get some points here. Exalted Deathbringer is caught out. Okay, so the first up for the Sylvaneth combat is going to be Hunters with the scythes into the Wrathmongers. Okay, 3s. Oh man, so 3 -2 goes right through. They only have a 5-up save. Oh wow, so kills 1, 2, 3. No,
One's got 1.
One has 1 wound, so it's going to kill 3 bases and leave one with 2 remaining. That was brutal stuff, but they're going to do their attack back. So here we go. So the 3 doing the roots, and the 3 Wrathmongers that died are doing their crazed attacks back. So you just take 3 mortal wounds back on the trees because they have 2 died. They have +1 to the roll, so 1 through 4s are doing 1 mortal wound. And I will remove. We'll clean it up then and get back to the fights. Just as he likes it, the Exalted Deathbringer is surrounded by the vile tree men. So he's going to attack. He has 5 attacks with his spear, +1 for the banner. He has 6 attacks. He is hitting on 3s. Okay, that's good. That's good stuff. And this is where we need it. We need this. We're looking for 6s here to do a lot of damage. So wounding on 3s. Ooh. So they're all going to go through. 2 of them are 6s. Okay. So let's start this off first. So you have 3 -2s for 2 damage each. So that's 6 damage so far. Then you have 2 -2s that are 4 damage each, because the Gore Cleaver doubles that damage, so that's 8 more damage. And then every 6 to wound is D3 mortal wounds on top of that because of the spear, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So you take 6 + 8 + 4. wounds. So we'll clean it up and come back and show you what happened. The Exalted Deathbringer, showing everyone why he's in charge, does 18 wounds to the Kurnoth Hunters. Brutal stuff from a brutal warlord. Hunters going back. 2 hits. That was from the champion. The other guys hitting on 4s.
Yeah, no, I can.
2 6, so I had 2 back.
Yep.
So we'll do the 2 in front. So 4 shots.
5 back.
5 back, and he only has no rend, and he only has 2 wounds left. So that puts him to a 4-up save. He is dead. He's dead. He has 3. They only do 1 wound each. He has 1 wound remaining. The Exalted Deathbringer is a hero today.
I will try to stop him.
Let's see. Can the stomps finish him? Let's do it.
So roll 1 4 out. Yes.
Ah, he gets stomped down by the Kurnoth Hunters, but not before taking down half the squad on his own. Awesome stuff from Khorne. Yes, the tree men do wrap it up and take that rear objective. It's good for them. That'll be good for 4 points. All right. Okay, Blood Warriors have piled in on the Huntmaster of the Hunters. Here we go. These are the normal ones. I didn't have the Deathbringers command points, so they only have 4 attacks each. So here we go. Rerolling 1s because of paired weapons. And they don't have the +1 to hit, so 3s to hit. Still solid roll. And we are doing 4s to wound with no whip. Yep, so that looks like 7 saves. You put your roots down. Let's see if he can do it.
Playing roots.
Ooh, man. Wow. So he took 3.
Yep.
Then we still have the Gorglaive. 4 attacks. 3s. Ooh. Nothing from the Gorglaive. The roots, the hunter lives, but there's still the Wrathmonger, who is a 2-inch range. He can attack over. It is his turn. He's going to have 4. He's going to have 5 attacks. He did not charge, so he hits on 4s. No reroll there. He wounds on 3s. That's 3 minus 1s. Takes 1. Just 1 damage, so he has 1 left. And a vicious mutation. Reroll because he's still whipped. That is 1 at -1. For D3 damage. That'll do it. Takes the 1 and just enough. That is the final blood tithe, bringing us up to 8. Oh, they're freed up. This is looking dicey for the Sylvaneth. Battle shocks on the hunters, and the 1 hunter runs. Okay, and the Skull Reapers are immune to battle shock. They don't have to take it, so they're just going to hang out there. Okay. Wrathmongers are not, and they lost 4. They lost 3. They're bravery 7, so that makes him 4. He's gone. He is out of town. Okay. Blood died, but no, it doesn't count. There, we got 8. So, okay, so we're gonna roll it. See if the Sylvaneth can get the double turn. That is it. They pull out the double turn. Are they going to get a bucket ton of points? Let's find out. All right, long, protracted game. Sylvaneth turn 5. What went down? Hero phase. The Wraith, she jumped back over here and healed back 1 of the hunters from the squad. Durthu bounding through the ruins and the forest, moving into I don't know where, but he has a plan. And the Revenants, the sneaky Revenants, moving up. They technically have this objective at this point. So this could be a big swing. We can see what the Sylvaneth do here.
Durthu's going to shoot into the Skull Reapers.
All right, Durthu into the Skull Reapers. Nothing. Oh no. Oh no. It would have been on 5s anyway from the Wrath Axe, so yeah. Anyway, Bow Hunters. Woo. 2 hits. Threes. 3. Oh man. Okay. 5 ups. Save 1. 2 go through. Well, that's 4 damage. That's it. That's all they needed. They're dead. Yeah, that's all they get. So killed them. Got it. My blood tithe. Now, I forgot to mention in the hero phase, I used my blood tithe on number 6. So whenever a Khorne model dies in the combat phase, it piles in attacks. So, but they won't get to do anything when they die in the shooting phase. Okay, so that's that. Moving into what's next, John?
I guess charges.
Charges it is. Here he goes, Jerthu. A 6. I don't think he's gonna make it. You got a command point? Use it. Now's the time. Oh, even worse. Oh no. Poor Jerthu just stumbling around this battle. Not sure where he wants to go. And charging with the hunters, you're gonna do it. Just try to mess them up. Hunters have made the charge, moving in. We'll get this all. They'll pile in an attack because that's the only combat. Oh, unless you wanted to charge the Revenants into the Secrator, or the Stoker. He only has 2 left. No? You could kill him. But okay, all right. No reason. You're just going to play it safe and keep the chest. Okay. There's the pile in. Hunters are going for the attack. So we have actually decided to reassess the situation. John has realized that he has made a mistake. He's made a mistake in his gameplay. He was trying to get in here and be aggressive and hold me away, but then he realized that I had this objective over here. And in hindsight, he should have sent Jerthu in over here, because what's going to happen is, even if he retains both of these objectives, this is the last turn of the game, you'll win by, it'll be 19, I'll have 18 and you'll have 19. However, then I'll get 5 points for this objective and that'll be it. So in order to win, he needed to get all 3 and stop me from getting any, from getting one of them then. But the point, mistakes were made, things were...
But to be fair, I don't think Jerthu would have killed his blood with 3 wounds, with 4 wounds left.
It's true.
I really don't think that. So
Jerthu was hurting, and he was delirious. The Wrath Axe hit him so hard he was delirious. He didn't know where he was going. He was just stumbling around. A flaming axe at that. Yeah. So anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed a glimpse at the new Sylvaneth Battle Tome. I thought there was some really, really good rolling here from Khorne, but overall, a good showing from a fun list that John just threw together to see what the book could do. I think we had a good time with an interesting battle report, kind of back and forth and some weird goings on. Skull Reaper's not doing anything. Jerthu not doing anything. So that's all she wrote here. We had a great time, fun game, nice exhibition of the new Sylvaneth Battle Tome. And at the end of the day, Khorne does win this game. It's going to be a Khorne victory, and we do get kindling for our fires. Kindling for our fires has been achieved, but I'm sure this is not the end. The Sylvaneth will be back.
The branch witch manages to survive, so she will report back to him about the Black Oak, and you will be seeing more of that.
Yes,
play out the future.
Absolutely. So we're starting the trek of the narrative for the Sylvaneth here in search of the Black Oak. The branch witch will report to stay away from this area. So, so yeah. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time at LWG.